What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Knights here, and welcome back to another Mordhau video. Today I was hoping to share a quick thought on the feinting meta. Now, a lot of lower to middle tier players may not understand the current issue with feints, but that is they do not really work that well on a high level, and especially with how important stamina is during the dueling. It plays quite a large role, and the risk of going for a feint is often not worth it, and you will often win your duel with more quality drags, excels, things like that, being able to chamber and repose properly and just kind of make sure you're not losing in the stamina. From what I've experienced, and players that are better than myself, is they have mastered the ability to be economic with their stamina during duels, and it's something I've been working on. And really, feinting can be effective, but then, and you might be winning the duel, but if you're feinting a little too much, it could just be one feint that costs you the entire duel. And as for front lines, they work almost too well against the casual community, but in a sense, this wouldn't change that very much, but I think it would have a positive change on the more competitive / duel side of the community. So I'm going to go ahead and just share my thought with you guys, and that is the current feint system is a -10 on stamina. Now that's even more than a missed hit, and this makes some sense, but it is quite heavy. And I mean, realistically, trying to catch your blade in midair and cancel it would take quite a bit of strength and energy, and so would missing a strike completely. But I had sort of an interesting thought, and this plays a role in realism as well, and that is short feinting and long feinting. Now, I don't know if these are terms that I've coined, but they're things that people use all the time, and that is basically feinting quickly and waiting to the very last second, in which your feint will no longer count as a feint, and it won't work, and it will just go for a normal strike. So that last second feint, I would consider that to be a long feint. Now, I think it would be kind of a wise decision if we broke up the feints into two different categories, short and long feints, and having them cost different amounts of stamina, because the short feints, they can be effective, but I think it would be an interesting change to the meta if they made short feinting cost 5 stamina, or maybe 6, and then long feinting cost 8. Now, this would be kind of a general buff to feints, and again, if you wanted to leave long feints where they're at 10 and then just make short feints cost 6 or 8, it's really up to the devs. And again, this is a super minor change, but I think it would actually be quite intelligent in the way of causing there to be two different types of maneuvers for players to understand and know about. Now, on the highest level, it will add another layer of depth to the mind games, which is huge when dueling. And that is, will the short feint be a more popular option given that it costs less stamina? But at the same time, your opponent knows that the short feints are more cost effective, which means they're going to calcify and develop an ability to read your feints a little better. And perhaps the short feinting will be a lot less convincing in the future. So I just wanted to get that out there to you guys. This is not like a super concrete opinion of mine, but it's just something that came to me in the way of kind of fixing feints, or at least buffing feints, because a lot of the top players I've heard of have mentioned that feinting is too weak right now. Now, a lot of the casuals, this might be a surprise to you. You might think feinting is too strong as it is. And again, my idea, I don't think it's going to have much of an effect on front lines whatsoever, but I think it could be kind of an interesting twist of ideas in the way of comp. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to leave it off at that. I have some more clips for you guys to hang out and enjoy if you'd like to do that. If not, that's going to be it for today. I will be out of town this week, so don't expect a ton of content, but when I get back, I will be grinding it out hard for you guys and making sure I am covering this new update extremely closely. So thanks again, you guys. I will catch you soon.
is an honor to fight at your side! Greetings, my lord! Apologize!